Hello guys and welcome back to Makeup FOMO. Today we are going to be doing another eye look on a palette I am freaking in love with. It is the Aphrodite palette by Bad Habit. This is the dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This is stunning. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know where you've been to check it out. So this is the palette. As you can see, there's a lot of really fun like pinks and reds, a lot of golds and really nice shimmers. This whole like left half of the palette is shimmers, and then this whole half is mattes. There's some warm tones, there's a little bit cooler tones, there's a lot of brown, so you could do something natural with this. The shimmer shades are incredible. It almost looks as if it's literally just straight glitter that they just like shoved into a pan, and they are so pretty. There's a lot of reds, golds, kind of like bronzy copper colors, and some really nice highlight shades. This is just a fall palette. It's like the definition of a fall palette. It has everything that you would need to make something really fall. I actually kind of did something a little different, and I really wanted to focus on these two pinky shades and then this red shade. And so I did something like that, so it's definitely not like the most fall look of all time. I honestly think this look could pretty much be applicable all year round because it's kind of pink, kind of red, kind of glittery. It's really fun. I had such a good time making it. This pink, I just couldn't resist this. When I first saw this palette, I was like, I need to use that. That is so stunning. And it doesn't show up incredibly like over the top bold pink like that. You'll see in the tutorial. It's wearable, and especially when you blend it out, it looks amazing. This palette is $10. Yes, $10. That's insane. It's on shophush.com, which is where I got it. I don't know how they can make this for $10 because not only are the shadows really good, these are just as good as, I'm not joking, any other shadows that I've used. Like, these shadows can compete. They can play in the game with the other shadows from higher end brands. And the packaging is like, it's sturdy. Like, it's not cheapy packaging whatsoever. It's not plastic, it's cardboard like a lot of brands do. And the mirror is really nice. It's a good quality mirror, and you see how like thick it's really packaged in there. Same for the shadows. I was comparing this to the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Obviously this one is a little bit thicker because, you know, there's bigger pans in here. But see how they're both packaged very similarly? They feel like they have just about the same weight. This one's slightly heavier, but this feels really sturdy and thick. And the packaging for the Kat Von D palette it's very similar. So I think that they definitely didn't try to skimp and make this packaging really cheap. And it even comes with a little sleeve to keep it in so you can protect your palette, which I think is a really nice touch. And it's also very sleek looking. It's like got the matte black, the pops of gold, kind of the geographic packaging, and this is great. I mean, I swear, I don't know how they make this for $10, because if they can make this for $10, then why the heck is Too Faced and like Anastasia, why is everyone selling their palettes for like $50? Because if I didn't know, if someone just gave this to me and told me this is a high-end palette that I just hadn't heard of before, I would buy it. This is incredible. This is worth every penny of your $10. It is out of stock right now, but it comes back in stock, and then it goes out of stock really quickly, and then it comes back. So try to sign up for I think they have an email alert list for when it comes back in stock, so definitely sign up for that, because I've only used it this might be my 4th time using it. This is like slowly becoming my favorite palette because it has every shade I could want. It's got a really perfect brown crease color, a deeper brown over here. It's got a black, which every palette needs. It's got a matte bone shade, which every palette needs. And then the shimmers, there's no shimmer here that I wouldn't use. This is a great highlight shade. You got a really serious gold, a beautiful copper bronze, some pinks, this deeper kind of cranberry red, this slightly lighter red, and then these golds and bronzes. There really isn't a shade in here that I think isn't wearable or would freak anybody out. I think everybody could get a ton of use out of this. I think this could be your everyday palette. I also think this could be your kind of your fun palette, and it's amazing. This palette has blown me away more than any palette that I've used recently, purely because it's so inexpensive, but so good. And I do not have the actual Huda Beauty palette to physically compare this to. That's just not something that really caught my eye for the price point. It's gorgeous, but I wasn't drawn to it. I was drawn to this, however, because of the price point. I really wanted to see if it could be a dupe and it could be that good for how much you're paying. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on this palette. It's so good. I think if any of you pick this up, you would not be disappointed. You would probably get a ton of use out of it. I'm going to get going into the tutorial. You can see what shades I used, how I worked with it, and see it in action. Also, this palette has hardly any kick up, no fallout on my face. You'll see in the tutorial. They were very blendable. You don't have to work very hard to make these blend. They don't blend and get lost in that sense. They just blend kind of effortlessly. They blend effortlessly where you don't have to do a lot of work. And there was almost no kick up in the pan, as you can see. Like I said, I've used this quite a few times, and the palette, it's perfectly clean. It looks almost brand new. So it's not one of those messy ones where you're gonna waste a lot of product, have it kicking up all over your brush. You don't really have to tap it off much, and it's not gonna get all over your face. I seriously have nothing bad to say about this whatsoever. I think that this is one of the best palettes that has come out, period, so far this year in 2017. I truly believe that, and I try a lot of palettes, so if I'm saying that, that really does mean something, at least to me, in my opinion. I think that this is a home run, a huge win, and I think that you would love it if you're able to get your hands on it. So keep your eye out, because it's worth it. So without further ado, let's get on to the tutorial. Okay guys, so let's get started. I'm going to first grab the shade Koi. It's just a perfect matte cream bone shade, and I'm just using that to set the lid and get it ready for all these shades we're going to be blending on top of it. Next, I'm going to grab the shade Blushing. It's just kind of a mid-toned pink, and it's perfect for a transition shade for this look. I'm just buffing that into the crease and blowing it out, pretty diffused all over the upper part of the lid and all the way kind of almost up to near the brow bone. And then I'm going to grab the shade Flirt on a smaller blending brush, kind of pack that a little bit lower and keep it directly in the fold of the crease. Next, I'm going to grab the shade Lust, that really pretty super pigmented red shade, and I'm just going to pack that right on the outer part of the lid. As you can see, I'm kind of just stamping it on and focusing the color right there on the outer portion, not really doing a crazy amount of blending, just placing the color and kind of slowly moving it upwards towards the crease. Next, I'm going to grab the shade Beauty, a super beautiful glittery metallic kind of rose gold shade, and packing that with my finger, of course, because that is the best way to get the most color payoff, right onto the first half of the lid. And then as you can see, I'm kind of blending it towards that Lust shade just so it kind of all blends. And then with the shade Tease, I'm going to highlight my brow bone and my inner corners. This is the perfect, like really light gold shade. And as you can see, I'm sort of blending it slightly into the very first like quarter of my lid, just to kind of blend the inner corner and that glitter shade we have on the lid. Then I'm going back into Flirt, and I'm going to buff this all on the bottom lash line. It kind of ties the top lash line and the bottom lash line together. It kind of makes it a little bit more smoky, and I think that this really brings the look together. And then, of course, I'm going to curl my lashes, apply some mascara, and I also tightline a little bit with my L'Oreal Voluminous, or L'Oreal Smoldering Kohl Kajal eyeliner, and then I threw on some of the Ulta Beauty, surprisingly really good mascara. I forget the exact name, but it's from Ulta, and it's awesome. And then that is it for this look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this palette is incredible. I really appreciate you watching. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here. And also make sure you head over to our blog, makeupfomo.com. It is always linked in the description box. And until next time, I will see you guys in our next video. Bye, guys.